Hello, my name is Andy and this is a video that my team have been working on for 3 days solid, all about top tips for building modern houses in Minecraft. And at the end of the video, I'm going to be doing a speed build, put my money where my mouth is and follow the tips to build a brand new modern house. So let's start by asking, what kind of modern house am I actually going to build? Is it going to be contemporary, plain modern? And what do I mean by modern? Well, is it going to be A-frame? French eclectic? This house may look old, but it's brand new and it'll have an open plan layout inside, a very modern family orientated open layout, showing it was built just very recently. If this was built 200 years ago, you'd have very segregated, divided rooms inside. Craftsman? Maybe that's a style you would like to build in. It's definitely modern. Here's another modern house, even though it's built in 1939. Very much the Art Deco phase, and I absolutely love these corner windows. Brilliant style. Then you get kind of the neo or new modern styles, like Victorian. You could buy a neo-Victorian house and get it built tomorrow if you want. You've also got neoclassical. These are modern, up-to-date houses with modern layouts, but their facade, the look of them, is based on either Victorian, classical looks, or maybe even colonial, things like that. You also get Mediterranean as a kind of a new style, but based on old traditional, maybe, for example, Italian mansions. Don't forget postmodern. This is a quite interesting style which you might want to try, especially if you're doing something big like a shopping mall. Here's a very big shopping mall, the Trafford Centre in Manchester, and you can see it's brand new. It's finished in 1998, really very modern, but takes heavy influence from the Roman era. And if you have a look inside, the roof here of the central dome inside has got these areas here and here which are pretty much echoing the Pantheon in Rome. An absolutely amazing structure. I took this picture when I visited Rome a few years ago, and this is a concrete dome with concentric rectangular sections, and each one gets smaller as it goes up, and it's kind of cut out here to retain some strength but keep it light. An absolutely brilliant and marvellous piece of architecture. Again, inside the Trafford Centre, you can see you've got this amazing walkway here with the roof echoing the Crystal Palace, built in 1851. So, a good example of postmodern architecture. You can even do it in houses as well, or galleries. This is a gallery in Stuttgart in Germany, and that's a house as well. Postmodern, quite difficult to actually build in that. So let's stick to contemporary and see if we can get some tips and tricks and ideas laid down on how to build a fine looking contemporary house like these. So that leaves us with contemporary houses. Now these have simple, clean lines like the ones you're seeing right here. They have large windows normally, hardly any trim or decorative features around the windows, very plain and simple. Usually have flat roofs, sometimes gabled roofs like this one you're looking at here. They'll definitely have an open floor plan, and they could have asymmetrical shapes, not necessarily going to be symmetrical, like a Georgian house is very symmetrical. This is not the way for contemporary houses. Okay, so bearing that in mind, we can move on to our first tip. Form is dictated by function. These contemporary houses, the shape of them should be dictated by what you want inside them and how the rooms are going to function, what job the rooms are. This fine structure here, built on my free server, looks like they've built the entire place first, and then they're going to fit the rooms in and decide on the jobs of the rooms after forming the whole structure. Maybe better to design a room, think of the function, the use of the room, and then design the form, the structure of your whole build to match the technology and the layout and the use of all the rooms inside. Here's a good example of what I'm talking about. This little modern house here has a need for some privacy, and what they've done is put some little iron trapdoors on the front there, and from the side here you really can't see in. You can only see in if you're really very much in front of the house. So that is the function, was to get privacy, and the form of the house has been dictated by that with some iron trapdoors. Here the builder wanted an open plan layout. So in here you have living room, kitchen, kind of a dining room or bar area all in one. They've laid it out just like that, and so they wanted quite a long house. So a big open plan area like that, with the dining room just tucking in there with one little divider. That's what the function was, a long open plan house. So that dictated the form of the house. They've gone for this kind of old style long house as well. In this house, there are definitely some functions which are dictating the form of this house. You can assume that Minecraft worlds are in the northern hemisphere and in the northern half of that, so the sun is going to be south at midday, roughly. So what does that mean for this house? Well, you don't want it to be too baking hot, so you don't want too much sunlight coming through the south wall. So the form of this house means that he's blocked off the sun from this end here, and down here just one window which has a bit of an overhang. So this overhang here is important because it provides a little bit of shade for that room in there. So that's a design feature, a form of the house which gives shade. In fact, you can see it gives shade, and it's only the bottom half of the window which lets the light through. That's absolute genius. Well done to the designer of this house. I'm going to showcase this house. It's so good. Again, here, this is going to be westerly facing in this direction, so you don't want too much sun after, you know, midday. You got the afternoon, you got the evening. You want to be able to relax on this side of the house, and you don't want too much sun coming directly in. So we've got this, again, an overhang providing shade here for these bedrooms. Same for the ones under, sorry, not bedrooms, but rooms. I've got providing a little bit of shade there. And in these bedrooms here, I've got some shade as well with this little overhang. So overhangs are useful for southerly and westerly features because, elevations, because you can shade yourself from the sun. Of course, a swimming pool, you want that to be nice and warm, and you want that to be exposed to the western evening sun, the time when you're most likely to use a swimming pool, when you come home from work in the evening and relax. So absolute genius house, and showing that he's really thought about the way the sun hits the windows and he's providing shade with his structure. The form of his house has been dictated by the uses of the people inside it. Brilliant. So that brings us on to tip number 2, which is all about colour. Now, the outside of a modern house looks very good if it is a neutral colour. Obviously, white is the most neutral colour you can get, and this is probably one of your best and safest bets. I thought you could do a house like this. This is a particularly nice sandstone house, using sandstone and sand to make a very nice neutral colour scheme on the outside. Look at this accent colour on this house. Very clever use of a bold colour on the inside to make blue flashes absolutely everywhere. Blue carpets, walls, dividers, window frames, even the splashback behind the fridge here and the coffee machine is blue. Fantastic accent colour to use. And I noticed on the outside round here, as I was spinning round, there's even a little blue lamp in one of these windows. There we go. Awesome. Great choice. What you don't want to be using is pastel colours inside your contemporary house. This is my top tip. Ignore colours like these. Instead, go for some bright, bold colours like lime green, orange wool, blue, and yellow. These colours are fantastic, and they're bold, they stand out, and they really bring your contemporary house to life. Doesn't matter what texture pack you're using, you can choose these bright, bold colours. And that brings us on to the next tip, which is all about textures and patterns, like the one on this floor here. This is a new builder, anonymous design, and he's done very well to use polished andesite and this zigzaggy pattern. Yeah, choose patterns with clean lines, maybe large areas of solid colour, geometric patterns, and abstract designs as well. Really, these go very well on this house, and he's done some nice examples. Here's a feature wall made simply of acacia wood in this texture pack. Is it here? He's got another feature wall. I think it was through here. He has this nice big, he's chosen light grey stained clay for that feature wall, and behind the fireplace some brick as well. So nice repeating geometric pattern there. So brilliant, nice job to him. Good tips there. So what tips can we give about contemporary houses and their layouts? Well, first of all, I think I've mentioned it already, open plan is king. Here we've got the kitchen, the dining room, and the living room all in one section of the house. Fairly open. You could even remove these dividers as well, and that's often the case in these sort of houses. Split levels give interest and are really cool. You've got cantilever designs as well. They're very in fashion as well. Indoor, outdoor kind of areas as well, really very luxurious as well. And of course, the ubiquitous swimming pool and awesome landscaping. Basements can contain things like gaming rooms as well. That's very, very fashionable. What else can we say about layout? Here's a house with a great layout by Mooks L. It is a terrific layout. Oh, a little bit of lag. Let's go inside here. I did a inspiration series on this house with Corral. So we've got, again, open plan kitchen, dining, living room over here. But look at the little closet in here, little pantry, and then through the kitchen. What an awesome little design. So again, open plan with a little bathroom and an extra little living room as well. A bit more privacy on that one, and a little office. Your bedrooms need to be away from the main living area. You don't want to hear the noise in here when you go up to your bedroom to sleep. So bedrooms could be upstairs on a cantilevered section, for example, or they could be downstairs. Down here, I think I fell off that stair, but never mind. Look, down here, nice and peaceful, and these bedrooms have got their own little courtyard. What a cool layout. I hope you could take something from that. While we're still in this house, we may as well commentate on the furniture. He's gone for sleek, simple design, straight lines, just very, very plain colour, white with just one sandstone slab in the middle. This is perfect for contemporary Minecraft modern furniture. I do think it's quite difficult to give general tips about furnishing in contemporary houses. Let's have a look. I almost forget where the door is. Let's have a look at this house here. Not all of this, I appreciate, is doable on consoles and Pocket Edition and so on, like this water table, but other things like this certainly are. Just keep things simple and experiment and have fun with the blocks that you've got. Think about the floor and creating little private areas like this little bit of carpet here. Very smart idea. The kitchen, very simple, sleek, nice modern feel to it as well. Carpets, keep them one or two colours. Sliding doors and wall dividers, very effective again. What can we see through here? Little internal gardens and spaces like that are definitely a big plus and bonus. Paintings should be kind of abstract and not overdone. Sometimes a plain blank wall works just as effectively. Skylights, something to put in as well. Why not put a little grid over it as well? It looks very smart. And there's all sorts of shelf designs as well. Get some inspiration, take some screenshots, and soon you'll be coming up with good furniture of your own. Okay, let's have a look at the house that I have built. These guys are going to fall off the bridge and have a look themselves. Yeah, let's have a look at the outside. The brief that I decided to give myself was to have some privacy from neighbours and not make it too hot from the sun. So over here is about the only place you get a little view into a bit of the living room. Apart from that, it's pretty private with this nice big wall and the south side with hardly any windows in it at all. And what windows they do have are kind of shaded on this side. The upstairs bedroom, again, only really that person in this house, and that isn't even built yet, can see in. So I may have to shade that depending on what they build. But over here, the bedroom has a look over the ocean and the other houses, but they can't really see up and in. So that was my idea with that. Again, privacy with the swimming pool. It's got this little I don't know, what would you call that, little roof over it as well to give it some shade from the sun and also a bit of privacy from that neighbour over there. On the inside I kept it On the inside I kept it sleek, modern. Had my accent colour is lime, so you can see that repeated kind of throughout the house in various little places, like this little carpet here, and in this little extra sitting room here with the TV on the wall. So it's very simple, very sleek, hopefully not cluttered. You don't want your modern houses full of bits and pieces and rubbish. You just want them simple, sleek, and you keep your mind uncluttered as you walk about. Little, oh, sorry. Okay, bad timing. But yeah, that is a little house. I didn't spend long on this house, just a couple of hours. I hope it's put over some of the tips that we were giving of form over function, an open plan layout, watch your colours, not too many, just 1 or 2 accent colours. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the effort we went to in this video, rehearsing it, researching it, checking out where all the good builds are to emphasize our points, and then we put this together in a little speed build. Hey, thank you so much for watching. Hit that thumbs up button if you like this kind of tutorial and this kind of in-depth architectural guide to building in Minecraft. Take care, may the blocks be with you.